Hello, my book and wax friends. I am Amber. If you're new, welcome. Welcome back if you are returning. I am very glad to have you here today for another bookish video. It is my What's in the Book Bag, which is my library haul that I do pretty much every month. So these are the books that I did get in to add to my TBR for the month of May, and I'm excited. Some of these are ones that I've had on a hold for a while, and so I don't even remember the synopsises. So I'm going to read them and we can learn about it together. All I know is that I was interested in them, and so that's why I got them. So the first one I have to share, and I do have my glasses just in case I can't read it. The first one is Stolen Midnights by Catherine Quinn. I know she's a well-known author, but I just can't remember what she's written. Okay. She's a fantasy romance author, To Kill a Shadow and To Shatter the Night. I'm trying to remember if I think I checked out To Kill a Shadow, and then I never got around to reading it. So anyway, so this will be my first one from her, if hopefully I can get to it. So let's read the synopsis. It says, in the heart of Andalay, a city teetering on the brink of chaos, the sheltered daughter of a revered lord awaits a magical gift from the fates. All the favored receive one on their 18th birthday. But when Wren's never arrives, her life takes a dramatic turn. Unbeknownst to her, Damien, a cold and hardened thief, had been hired to steal her gift, an enchanted locket. And when he does, he is shocked to discover that it contains his photograph. Once opened, the locket sets Wren and Damien on a crash course towards one another, one that reveals hidden truths about the ruthless ways of the upper class. The lords of Andalay rule on borrowed power and will go to any lengths to maintain control. Despite a mutual distrust, both Wren and Damien quickly realize that they're more formidable together than apart. So yeah, that sounds really good. And this is a very neat addition from the library. So that is awesome. Stolen Midnights. Okay. And the next one is the volume 2 of the Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon. I read the first one in March. Yeah, it wasn't April. So yeah, it was March. It was March. In March, I read it. So I'm excited to jump into it. I've heard such good things that it gets even better as the books go along. And so I really did enjoy the first one, and I'm excited to continue. So this is, I guess I should say what it's about. So it's a London 1883 MMM Lyon. It's like her journal entries. And she, in the first book, is the owner of an estate, but she doesn't come into her inheritance until she's 21, I think it is. And in the meantime, her cousin is like in charge of everything. And so it goes from there. And she's been given the runaround by him. She ends up moving back to the house that she is going to inherit. And she finds out a lot of things. So it's about her life, and it's very slice of life. And there is a tiny, tiny touch, at least in the first journal, of a little magical realism in it, which I'm a fan of. So I'm excited to continue and see if that continues as well, if there are more little whimsical touches to the stories. So, okay, moving on. The next book is The Second Death of Locke by V.L. Bovalino. And I've heard such good things about this one. I'm very excited. I've heard it is a very slow burn, yearning, a ton of yearning, which I do love in my stories. So this says Gray Flynn, has dedicated her life to her mage Kier. She will be his blade on the battlefield, his healer and protector. The deep well of raw power inside her is Kier's to wield. They are bound together by blood and magic. But there is one truth Gray dare not reveal, not even to Kier. When a quest to protect the child of an enemy kingdom pulls them into a dangerous mission, Gray will need to decide what she's willing to sacrifice to protect her secret. For Gray is no ordinary magical well, and if she dies, all magic dies with her. So I've heard this is so good. It is a standalone, but there will be other books in the same world. I think the second one possibly comes out this year. Don't ask me to remember what it's called, but I think so. So they're all set in the same world. Maybe the characters show up in this one that are the second book, but I'm very excited to get to that one. I've heard such good things. Okay, the next one is a romance, a rom-com. This is by Jenny Proctor, and it is called Love Redesigned. This is the first book in a series. I think it, again, is like interconnected standalone. And let's read what it's about. So it says, a wedding dress heist with my ex. Why not? Going home to my twin brother's house in Charleston with my tail between my legs is the last thing I want to do. But when I walk out of my fashion house dream job, I don't exactly have a choice. Living in New York City is anything but free. But going back to Charleston, Alex, who is in Charleston and facing down my ex, who just happens to be the stepson of my former boss. Even my love for southern humidity and shrimp and grits can't make that confrontation worth it. There's just so much that could go wrong. The thing is, I need Alex's help to steal back a wedding dress, an original creation designed by yours truly, that my conniving boss stole out from under me. If I'm going to make it happen, Alex is my ticket. Stealing a wedding dress from a high-profile wedding? No problem. Accepting I'm still in love with my ex? Well, that's another matter entirely. So I'm excited. I haven't read any Jenny Proctor before, and I wanted to pick like one of her first books from I know she has like multiple series, and this is the first book in whatever this one, Some Kind of Love novel. So I'm assuming that's the name of the series. So I'm excited. So this is a clean contemporary romance. And then the last one, this one's I'm very excited about because I've heard so many good things about this one, like hype from a lot of people, which can be, you know, good and bad. I don't want to hype myself up too much to where I'm disappointed. But I've heard it's amazing. And that is A Stage Set for Villains by Shannon J. Spawn. And this is a debut author, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is a debut author. And this one, it sounds so good. And I have bought a special edition already, anticipating that it is something that I'm going to love. So hopefully I'm correct. But again, here's another one that's a cute edition from the library. Okay, so it says, the gods are dead. All that's left are the players. The performers of the playhouse are as worshipped as they are feared. Their enchanting shows, bending hearts, minds, and even reality itself, vicious, godlike, lethal. 18-year-old Riven Hesper knows the dangers better than anyone after her own encounter with a player resulted in a curse that is slowly killing her. When the playhouse announces the spectacle of a lifetime, a chance for one mortal to steal a player's immortality, Riven sees her last chance to live. Desperate for answers, she infiltrates the competition. There she finds Jude, the playhouse's brilliant, merciless lead player, whose charm is as dangerous as his craft, and strikes a deadly bargain to save her life. But with time running out and the playhouse's secrets unraveling into a disturbing picture, Riven faces a grim possibility. She might not be the hero of her story after all. In fact, she may be the villain, because the playhouse doesn't just tell stories, it rewrites them and revenge my end in blood. So that sounds so good. It's giving me Caraval vibes a little bit, except set in a playhouse instead of like a game type of situation. And I've heard that the main male interest in this story is kind of Jax coded from Once Upon a Broken Heart. That's another, like, yay. So I'm excited. I'm very excited to get to that one. So hopefully stay tuned for my TBR jar picks my books. Hopefully this will be one that gets picked because I am very much anticipating it. But either way, I'm going to read it anyway. I'll just make extra room for it. So that is it, you guys. Those are the books that I got from the library for the month of May. Let me know down below if you have read any of these. Do any of these sound good to you? And if you have read them, were they good? So I know a ton of people, these are very hyped right now. And so let me know. I love the first book. I'm excited to continue. So that's it, you guys. I appreciate you all, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please like and subscribe if you'd like for more book and home fragrance content. And until next time, take care. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.